No, no. So anything and everything we say could be used against you by potential or viewers of the thing.
Yeah. Okay. Um, Hello, everyone. I hope you know me by now. I'm Thomas. I'm the current president of the club. And so I'm currently running unopposed to be president next year. So I guess I technically don't have to give a speech, but I guess I'd like to ensure you I'm not going to drive this thing into the ground. Over the last academic year, I've made it my priority to create more engaging and fun events and more frequent events. Um, at least to have at least weekly events, and we followed a general structure of two stargazings every month, bi-weekly, as well as a professor talk monthly and miscellaneous events monthly as well. And I believe we've set to that schedule fairly well, and I'm very thankful and appreciative for the officer corps to being able to do that and stick to it. And I'd like to really be able to continue this as well as also kind of expanding our reach to other clubs, doing a lot more collaborative events like I'm speaking with members of the Society of Physics students to do a collaborative stargazing event. And so, yeah, I mean, I just want to really continue what I've been doing, continue getting as much people involved in astronomy as I can, really allow access to learning concepts in astronomy without needing to dive into all of the mathematical and physical rigor. And I'll do everything I can to make that accessible to people. So, yeah, thank you.
So my name is Roy Galaska. I'm the so-called astronomy expert in the club currently. I've been in this club since my freshman year, and I'm a junior majoring in applied physics, minoring in astronomy. So, as some of you might know, the astronomy expert role is being dissolved this year, making me the last astronomy expert. So, since I still have a year left until I graduate, I hope to apply the skills that I've been applying as astronomy expert to the new roles that I'm running for, which will either be events coordinator or media manager. So, as many of you know at the call out, their most recent call out, some of the answers on the Kahoot weren't so correct. Um, and I promised that I would compensate for that at the next trivia night, which hasn't happened. So, as events coordinator, since that responsibility of creating the Kahoots is shifting to the events coordinator role, I plan to deliver on that promise if elected next year. Um, I also have a movie library, or basically a list of ideas of movies I would like to show at future movie nights. Um, and as for my position as media manager, I plan on creating flyers for events that have scientifically accurate designs. Um, and also plan on creating a newsletter or continuing the newsletter um, with astronomer terms and basically carrying that over to social media posts. So in essence, I want to create a not really a term of the week, but kind of a term of the week column, just describing basic astrophysical concepts as the media manager. And regardless of if I get elected, I'll always be out there stargazing with my binoculars. So that's never going to change, but I plan on trying to give my all to this club. Thank you.
All right. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. My name is Ty Dodd. I am non-binary, so I do prefer they, them pronouns. I am a current junior in planetary science and minoring in communications. And I am currently running for media manager for the Purdue Astronomy Club. I know I'm probably not a very familiar face to you guys, and that is mainly because even though I have technically been a member of the club since my freshman year, I haven't been as involved in a lot of the events that we've had. Mainly a combination of being busy with other clubs and also, schoolwork got in the way. So we all love that. And especially this past semester, I came into the call-out meeting that we had at the beginning of the semester, and I really went in there thinking, okay, I know this is one of the more fun clubs we have at Purdue. I really want to be involved in it. I really want to go to more stargazing meetings. I really want to go to more outreach meetings that we have. And then it ended up being probably the busiest semester I've ever had here, so I figured. But thankfully, next semester I am taking a whopping 12 credit hours, so my schedule will be pretty open, and hopefully that means that I will be as dedicated as I possibly can to the school. As for media manager specifically, with my minor in communications, I have made it sort of a outreach career goal of mine to act as a sort of spokesperson to get other people outside of the sciences more involved in scientific research and findings, and just to build more, yeah, collaboration with that, to get more people involved and interested in the space sciences, like planetary science and geophysics and astronomy. I plan to bring that sort of idea to the club as media manager. The main thing being to, first and foremost, spread word out to current members of the club for events that we have. That means working exclusively and very closely with the events coordinator and our outreach teams to coordinate when words of these events can go out, what these events are, how people can gain insight or just have some fun at these events to really promote them and get the word out to people, and to also spread that word out to people outside of the club, to maybe get people more involved in the astronomy club, to promote our club to other people and see even people from all the other majors, to see who would be interested and get more involved in the events that we have here. Because I think there is a lot that we can learn from these events. I think these events that we've been hosting, especially this past semester, have been really interesting and insightful. And I think, especially now, given the current, ugly climate and everything, promoting the sciences can really help benefit just everyone in general involved. So, as media manager, that is my main goal, and I do wish that, everything will work out for us next semester, and I personally hope to get more involved in everything. Thank you.
All right, so good afternoon. A lot of you may not know me because I transferred in last year from a university in Puerto Rico, but my name is Nicolas Aleman. I am a fifth-year physics major with a minor in astronomy, and I'm running for vice president because I forgot that you could apply for more. But anyways, so one of the things that I'm sure a lot of you agree with is that I'm very passionate with astronomy, and I'm more passionate about is sharing that astronomy and that interest with other people, like family members, friends, or even random people. One of the goals that I want to try and do as vice president is probably start inviting more people in from outside of STEM fields. One of the ways that I think that we could do that is probably off the top of my head is collaborate with the photography club and like a astrophotography workshop with them, and probably teach them and also have them teach us about photography. And I feel like that could invite more people to our club, and also probably expand our members into and opening up the opportunities they have, and opening up or making them join other communities and not just be in the astronomy club. Another thing is, I guess, with funding, we got the merch. I completely forgot about merch, and my mother asked me for the sticker that I had for the astronomy club, and she wanted it, but I completely forgot to ask you guys about it. So I hope to at least make that a little bit more easily available for people to buy the stickers or any other merch that we have. And as for grants, I really would like to work with the other officers very closely to try and get more grants for more telescopes, because more telescopes means more eyes in the skies and more people appreciating the cosmos. And finally, for other events, I do agree with a lot of you guys that we should have more fun events. One of those being like, I really want to have an event where we watch documentaries because I really love documentaries, and having the like a secondary event where we talk about the science of them is I really like it, but I couldn't participate in the interstellar one, so I hopefully we have more of those. I can participate in that as well. And finally, as vice president, even if you guys don't vote for me, I would like to help out in any way, shape, or form, and to the best of my abilities, to the officers, to the club, or even to other members. So if you guys need any help with astronomy, I'm here. So thank you.
Was I'll wait for the break and stop. Yeah. Hey guys, I think most of you know me. I'm Hudson. I'm an engineering major, so sorry about that. Yeah. But I'm an aerospace major. I'm a sophomore currently. I'll be a junior next year. And I'm running for the telescope expert. So, as telescope expert, what I've done this past year is mostly help with like the grant spending on what we want to buy for different telescope parts and that kind of thing, which I think is a really important component of the club. I think the stargazing is really what gets the most traction for our club a lot of the time. So it is always nice to have tons of people come out to those, and then we have people out there who can tell them, here's how you operate this telescope, we can do all this. And then we also have some people who are interested in astrophotography in the club, and I've been doing astrophotography for now 5 years. So I have lots of experience with that, helping people on the Discord who might have questions about that or other things like that. So anything with astrophoto processing or equipment, anything of that nature. I have tons of experience with that. I've also built my own astronomy equipment, so I know pretty much in and out how all of that type of equipment works. So any questions that people have directed towards that side of things, I'm generally pretty knowledgeable. And since Braden's leaving, we don't have a ton of people, I think, with that kind of experience here, so it'll be good. I have some of that experience, so it'll be good to have that kind of experience going forward. And I think um, I have some pretty good experience in that area. Um, Additionally, I do think the stargazing events are really fun, so I want to definitely make sure we keep doing those in the future. Um, and in addition to that, I think getting some more people who are knowledgeable about the telescope systems that we have will be pretty useful, especially as next year we'll have the new telescope system that we'll get with grant spending. So I think it would be good to have somebody who's knowledgeable about that system transfer over, have that knowledge next year so we can build and operate that telescope system and make sure we can continue using that in future years because it's a super nice telescope system. I think it'll be really exciting for everybody on the club to be able to see that and the images we take with that system. So overall, I'm really excited for what's going to happen next year. Hopefully, get some more grant money and be able to work on some more telescope parts and things like that. So that'll be fun. I'm really excited for that. So thank you.
Um, Hello everyone. I'm Ethan. I'm a freshman. I'm studying engineering. I want to do aero next year. So, as I'm sure all of us, we love astronomy. Why else would we be here? So, personally, I've loved astronomy for as long as I can remember. Um, I'm really enthusiastic about astronomy. When I first came to Purdue, the first club I actually wanted to look for was the astronomy club. So, I do love this club. And another thing I love is sharing my enthusiasm and passions with other people. And so the positions I'm running for are media manager, and also the telescope expert. So, as the media manager, I want to do some work on the Instagram and YouTube pages. So Instagram, um, we can use the stories function to show important dates and events for everyone to see. Because if you go on Instagram, the first thing you see is the stories. You can just click on them. Very easy to see when things are coming up. And also, I think we should include the newsletter. I think we should post the newsletter on the Instagram just so more people see it, more people can get involved with the club and learn stuff from it. And I also think a good idea would be to have people volunteer for um, club member spotlights, just have people voice their opinions and their experiences about the club. So when people look at the page, they can sort of see what they're getting into, see how you can get involved in the club and sort of learn about astronomy. And I checked the YouTube page, and the last video it posted was a year ago. It was actually last year's club election. So I feel like it has some potential that could be worked on. I think we could post recordings from every guest lecture there just for people to view. And I also think we could also post some like montages from stargazing and game nights because everyone loves those. People can see like how fun those events are. And as for the telescope expert, I mean, I'm not a telescope, I'm a basic expert. So, I mean, I love showing people things through my telescope, and basically, I love showing pictures to my friends, my family. They all think it's super cool. I think it would be really cool to, I mean, we already do that, but I think I have an idea, and I think it's fun stargazing, but also operating a telescope is its own kind of fun. So I think maybe we could have some events where we teach people how the club telescopes work, and maybe we can get them to like maybe operate the telescopes themselves on stargazing nights, sort of get more involved in that way. So those are the positions I'm applying for. I hope to contribute to this club. I hope to contribute my ideas, my enthusiasm, my passion, and yeah, thank you.
Last person here that's not gone. How much do you need for time? Oh, okay.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Owen Abney. Hopefully, you see me around in a few months. I've been the acting secretary of the club for a few months. I should say I'm a junior in physics. Um, and I kind of first joined the astronomy club about my sophomore year. I wasn't as involved my freshman year, which I kind of regret because there's a lot of cool people in this club and a lot of cool things we all do together. So I really want to help contribute to this club the best way I can. So as secretary, a lot of the stuff I've done has been involved organizing information for the club, both for our officers and for our members. I've been recently putting together most of the calendars you might see, or if you don't see, I might need to work on that. More people. I found it really fun being able to put in a bunch of perspective dates for a couple of times, and also give us ideas when astronomical things can happen, like new moons, full moons, meteor showers, whatever. I've also been taking notes of every officer meeting and communicating with officers about what things we need to do, what things need to happen for next meetings, and all that stuff. And I've also reorganized all the school drives for all the information to be in a nice one spot because previously we had like share folder instead of like our Google Drive actually got a new account, so I'm owning the folder, so stuff like that needs to be figured out. I've also run these elections, and I hope it's gone well, I'm open to taking suggestions about the voting system and how everything's gone. So, yeah. So, I'd say with my experience, I have the secretary position pretty well. I'm in this running for vice president and treasurer. We'll get into those a bit later. And for the future for the secretary, what I have is I want to really streamline these processes because this has kind of been my first leadership experience in the club. I have a lot of ideas on how I want to improve. Really, any sort of leadership experience is going to be continual improvement. You're not going to be good at it. So I want that to happen. I also want to help expand the club website we have. I hope you guys know it. If you don't, that also needs to be put out there more, I think. We can do a lot with that as well. For vice president, I have a lot of this. What I'm going to talk about is like ideas I have for the future of the club. I think this year we focused a lot on getting new people into the club, which I think is great, and I think we should continue to do that. But I also think we have kind of we haven't run as many events where us people, members of the club, like get to know each other very well. And I want to kind of encourage those events the next semester, the next year, because I feel like I've been in a lot of other clubs that have very small member corps, but also very close knit member corps, and I think those are very, very fun clubs to be part of. And also, we should, I think the same thing, we should be more open to member feedback. Trying to prioritize membership feedback forms in the future, as well to help improve events and see what parts of the club that maybe we want to keep and build up, or points we need to kind of ignore it. Also, consistent off-campus stargazing at least once per semester. I know SPS has scientific students has this like one kind of outside event whole thing per semester. I want that for PAC to be our stargazing off-campus stargazing sessions. If it doesn't happen, I will jump in the water match. Every time it doesn't happen, I can't swim. I also want to kind of oversee better media usage. I do agree. Even that media or YouTube channel needs to be more stuff on it. I'm thinking, in my opinion, I'm thinking more like short, fun, astronomy videos, TikToks, or Instagram reels. Just pull some stuff in there instead of all the brain that's on those places. And also, Nicholas and we do need a better way of getting at people. And even I would like to even get shirts for back as well. So that'd be fun. I think about the time, so thank you all. Okay, I think that's everyone. I think I'm the person that needed the 4-minute maximum. So, I think that's everything. So, we will be releasing the voting form right after this. It is a board system, which is basically just like points per rank. It's rank choice, basically. If you have any questions about that, feel free to shoot DM. If you don't like it, I have included a little thing at the bottom of the form to tell me that you hate it, and so yeah. Yes, question. I mean, I think you probably technically put that in the comments, but I don't think they'll listen to that. Well, yeah. And you will be required to rank it. So, yeah, so you can vote for yourself here and vote for yourself first if you want. So, last question. I think if you feel like you just are better than more or completely average, right? So, speaking as someone who has run for a position with ranked choices, not this one because we're the last one. But when I was for secretary of SPS, there were like 9 other people. I put myself first. And if I were doing that here, I would do it again. I'm also doing it on Saturday for vice president of SPS. I will be doing it again. So, yeah, do that. Yeah. I think that's everything, unless people have questions. I won't be here any longer than you want. There's supposed to be storms, so we need to get somewhere. It's supposed to be. It's in the place. I mean, it might just let alone business. So, Right.